This is a 1972 GE Portacolor H4 chassis, little color TV, and these things notoriously have kind of bad pictures because this screen dot pitch is too big, blah, 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 blah. But they're kind of popular because they're small and light, and they are all tube. I guess they attempted a Portacolor 2, which was solid state. I think we ran across one of those, but it kind of went nowhere. Anyway, this set worked when I put it into storage a couple years ago. I came back to it the other day and I turned it on, and it had violent arcing from the pot assemblies, you know, screen and vertical and all that on the back, and I'm pretty sure it's due to tin whiskers. And I think tin whiskers is something we need to touch upon every so often here, kind of like silver mica disease for new people coming into the hobby. And I figured I would start this video at night. Hopefully it would arc a little bit again, and it didn't have any vertical deflection once I got it up. So I'm gonna look in the back here. We're gonna look in the back, and I'm gonna turn it on. And it looks like it's done blown all the whiskers out of the high voltage part of it. Well, maybe I don't have any power here because I don't see anything glowing. Stand by. Well, I take that back. There is a very dull glow here. Okay, the CRT is... And you can see we just have kind of a very dim vertical line. And like I say, this set worked. So, yeah, that's... Oh, there we go. We can turn it up a little bit. That's, well, why did it shift from blue to green? What's going on here? I think we have whiskers, tin whiskers, in all the pot assemblies. As you see how it just shifted from a dull green to a bright blue there. And it has no volume, which very well could be caused by, I mean, there's volume, but there's no static, which could be caused by tin whiskers if it has an AGC pot. So it's kind of dead. And yes, it does have AGC height. Blue, green, yeah, so if these things have whiskers in them, they can short to ground, they can short to B+, they can short to all kinds of stuff. And I already tried turning them with no success. So I think tomorrow we're going to dig into this and pull those pot assemblies. It's too bad I wasn't able to get the arcing on video, but it was violent, like violent high voltage popping sounds. And I looked down in right here and I could see it coming from those pot assemblies. Let's open the GE Portacolor up. I noticed the plastic has gotten quite yellow. I think maybe where I had this stored was sort of close to a window, and sunlight will do that too. It's not horrible or anything. And these are the pot assemblies that were arcing violently, sounded, you know, snapping. So I'm pretty sure these have tin whiskers in them. Now, can I get to these? Doesn't look like it. Here's a look at the inside of this thing. If you've never seen one of these, they're all tube, they're all compactron. They're all these like 8 and 10 and 11 element tubes, and they use very few tubes for a full color TV that has a really crappy picture, and the blambulance get fired up. This flyback is in here, and there's the high voltage rectifier, filter capacitors. These are the pot assemblies I'm talking about right here. They build up tin whiskers, which if you don't know what those are, hopefully you'll learn. That capacitor there should have been changed. I think that's the boost filter. Is that a paper? Yes, it is. That should have been changed. This looks like it's got some hours on it by the discoloration. Like I say, these are popular. Oh. This capacitor should also be changed. Well, this thing looks like it's got some miles on it. Look at the getter on that horizontal output tube. Baked. Anyway, sometimes what you can do with these, and what I'm hoping to do, the whiskers usually grow from the metal can that surrounds this thing into and touch the leads here. So sometimes you could just take high pressure air and blow it in there and clean the whiskers out temporarily. What I like to do is pry all these little tabs up, and a pair of dikes is better to do this than a screwdriver. But yeah, pry all these little tabs up and then try and rock this thing forward, and then unsolder your two lugs that hold the can in and work the can out. That's usually preferabler. You can actually see the tin whiskers. See them growing right off of the side of the pot assembly? See those? Those little hairs. Look at that. Look at how long that one's. About a centimeter long right there in the center of the screen. That one is a good centimeter long. See it blowing in the wind? That is a tin whisker. See that? Isn't that something? And I'm not really scientific-y on the metallurgy part of why this happens. But the solution that I've found, because those little whiskers grow out and touch, and that's what the sparking I heard was, is those things blowing, you know, getting blown out. I just hope it didn't damage anything else. I'm trying to get this apart. And what I'll do is clean all those whiskers off and then paint that thing. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to remove the whole pot assembly on these, which the Sylvania TVs do this too, and this is just too tight. So I'm just slowly kind of desoldering these and making sure they're all out. It requires a lot of patience, and then what I'll do is I'll loosen these up and pull it out. I'll heat up these. Oh, there's another capacitor. Oh, that's the one we saw from the top. But yeah, these white ones should really be replaced. Ignore the dust. I love dust. It helps me sleep at night. It protects me from the evils of the world. Dust is good. So I'm going to very gently open this, and we'll see the tin whiskers. This actually looks like these might have been caused by moisture. I only really see them down in this corner. They're on the outside, and then I'm having trouble getting the lighting right. There you can see one. There you can see them right there. You got to kind of see it right there. See the little whisker? Sorry for the shaky. So, maybe they are growing in more places than just one. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up, and then I'm going to spray paint it. I got this one out, and let me see if I can show you the hair growing on the back of this one. It's very tough to figure out. These things are so small. You can see it there on the bottom a little bit. And yeah, it looks to me like it might be due to humidity. But yeah, if you look at this in a magnifying glass, you can see that it's just furry. There you go. Look at that. 10 whiskers. And yeah, they're on the inside too. So here's the actual pot assembly. And I'll test all of these before I put it back together. A lot of patience to do this. And I'm just cleaning this. I'm scrubbing this with a toothbrush and carburetor cleaner. Can you see it in there? Okay, I'm looking at the bottom of this one, and you can see the whiskers growing off, but I also see whiskers growing off the pin. See the whisker growing off the pin towards the body there? And of course, look at the back. So I don't even know if painting this is going to really do any good. There's more whiskers. But yeah, they're growing off the pins also, as well as the body. They're growing from the pins towards the body and from the body towards the pins. Are we tired of looking at whiskers yet? Look at those right there. I mean, they're just growing all over the place here. Look at them. And they are small. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to clean these up and paint them. I don't know if that's a good fix or not. I don't know what the proper fix is for this. You can't just get rid of them. I mean, I guess you could just get rid of them and replace it all with individual, you know, the individual pots they use today that just are standalone. Okay, I just am painting these things. I don't know if this is going to stop it or slow it down or what it's going to do, but it's just whatever spray paint I had. And let this dry for a few hours, maybe do a second coat. I don't know. Is this a good idea? Just looking at this TV is fairly high hour, and I love that kind of fuzzy spooge there. I know that makes some people squirm. That's why I leave it. It's like cigarette glaze and dust. Yeah, this set's fairly high hour. It's not a prime specimen. Doing good with the language here lately. I think I have a new old stock one of these somewhere that's branded Packard Bell. I'll have to dig that out. Figured while I was waiting for the 10th coat of that cheap paint to dry, I'd check the capacitors here with the capacitor wizard since it's so convenient. So we got 4 here and we got 3 here. So that one is measuring 0.5, 0.5. That one's almost 0. That one is very good. Now let's check this one over here. Here. That one's very good. That one there is tired. It's 4 ohms. And that one there is 3.5 ohms. That one is tired. This one here, the doubler, is good. So this one looks like it has a 80, a 10, and a 4 in it. So probably the 10 and the 4 are dead, or the ESR's gone high. Okay, here are the finished painted cans. So I'm going to reassemble these. And I'm going to assume that this will stop the whiskers. I don't think they can grow through that. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the paint will flake off and cause other problems. As I reassemble them, I'm testing them with an ohm meter just to make sure. Looks like these pots are the CTS variant. CTS variant. And yeah, I'm putting it back together. It's all going back together. It's just a lot of patience. So if this one gets shorts to ground, it'll kill the gain. It'll kill the RF sensitivity and screw it up. If this one gets shorts to ground, it'll kill the vertical oscillator and you'll get a line like we had. If these get shorts to ground, they'll either pop an arc, or since these are 1 meg pots, it could just kill that screen voltage and kill that color. The same thing, it could screw up blue and green, same thing. And the contrast, well, if that gets shorts to ground, you know, that'll screw the picture up too. So those whiskers really jack the operation of these sets up. Okay, everything's put back together. Of course, the pots want to stick to the paint. Should have put a dot of grease on the back of each one of the little roto-tweebly thingies, but let's see if we get vertical deflection now. And then we'll come back this evening and do a setup on it. I believe it's powered up. Yeah, they're glowing. It looks like we have vertical deflection now. I'm going to turn the stupid pots want to stick. Yes, we do have vertical deflection now, but boy, is it dim. Where's the brightness? Oh yeah, there we go. So we have workage now, which is a good thing. I'm going to try turning the AGC. Still nothing from the tuner. No static. Huh. Now there it is a little bit. Okay. Huh. Come to Daddy. Oh yeah. Make Daddy happy. Oh yeah. Like I say, it's got a lot of hours. It's just got a lot of hours on it. This set's kind of unhappy. Okay, GE Portacolor. Let's go through now that it's dark out here, and let's try and do a setup. And I'm going to use a VG91. Turn that off. Ooh, pretty colors. And I'm going to read the SAM. So I'm going to start off with window circle. Okay. Color bars, crosshatch, window circle. Okay. Start off by getting the I'm adjusting the horizontal frequency. Boy, that's interesting, that rainbow pattern running down the front. Okay, vertical. Well, what is that rainbow pattern? I don't even know if you can see that. It's over here and it's in the middle. That might just be fine tuning. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, that is. It's just fine tuning. Okay, I need to turn our vertical deflection down. It's all the way down. It's too... Let me get a screwdriver here to turn that pot. Okay. Okay, that one's more the top than the bottom. Okay, turn the other one down now. I actually prefer to underscan the vertical rather than overscan it, because you just drive the cathode current of the vertical output tube up through the roof when you overscan it. So that's about where I'm going to go right there. Okay, let's see what we got here. Well, that rainbow. It's like some weird ringing thing. I'm going to turn the RF down. Yeah, so it gets worse at a higher signal. I'm going to try and adjust the AGC pot. The AGC pot makes absolutely no difference at all. Okay, I'm going to... Let's look at color here. God, that's Maybe that's a bad capacitor. See how it's got red bars through it? Tint. There we go. I ride a motorcycle. Makes me manly to ride a motorcycle. It's horrible, but it's a high-hour porta potty. What do you expect? Okay. Brightness. I'm going to adjust the contrast over here. It's interesting, the contrast is more like focus. Does this even have focus? Stand by, time to read the SAMs. Grayscale adjustment. Tune in a black and white or color picture with the color control set to minimum. Check for proper adjustment of height, vertical linearity, and horizontal hold controls. Okay, we did that. Remove signal by shorting antenna terminals together and setting tuner to an unused channel. Okay, well that's easy. We'll just turn this thing off. Set contrast control to minimum and 3 picture tube screen controls to maximum. Looks like we got a purity issue there, doesn't it? Okay, contrast to minimum, 3 screen controls to maximum. Okay. Adjust brightness control, customer control, to the point just short of defocusing raster. Well, what do we have to look at here? The thing is not focused no matter what you do. How do you defocus garbage? Okay, brightness. Well, the brightness is all the way up, and I think the CRT is too weak. Adjust the blue and green brightness controls to eliminate color shading of the white raster. Oh wait, I was supposed to turn the color to a minimum here. Not that that makes any difference, but that's pretty close, minus the purity issue. To eliminate shading of white raster. Adjust the brightness control, customer control, to a point where the raster is almost extinguished. Kind of like a cigarette. Let's see, brightness. Almost extinguished. Okay, that's almost extinguished. It looks like it got a little bit on the green side. Adjust appropriate screen controls to produce a dark gray raster. Check raster from low lights to highlights. Adjust controls as necessary. Maintain gray while raster through the brightness range. So I think we need to just pull down on the green a little bit right here. I think it's about as good as you're gonna get it. Isn't this boring? It doesn't really make much of a difference. Check the raster from lilacs to highlights, adjusting controls. Repeat above procedure. If necessary, check positioning of 3-color screen controls to make certain that at least one of the controls is set to maximum. Okay, so we got it's not too bad. I mean, this thing has issues, but we know that, right? Like this, the red, that's a weak CRT to me. When you get this kind of red smearing like that. Jeez. Yeah, this thing has issues, doesn't it? Wow, the vertical has changed. Now you look at that, it looks like it's compressed at the bottom. I said, it's a high hour set, and it's just, I don't know, probably not to expect too much. There's ringing in here. I don't know if you can see. Over here to the side, there's ringing. Over here to the side, there's ringing off to the side. I'm gonna finger the vacuum bulbs here. Let me get a glove on so I don't burn or shock myself. And then we gonna watch some TV. Yeah. Like I said earlier in this video, I believe I have a brand new old stock one of these. It's this branded Packard Bell. I'm gonna dig that guy out, and we're gonna have a look at it. We're gonna see if it looks this crappy. I thought I actually had 3 or 4 of these things. Yeah, not much difference. That's in the color. Because if I turn the color off, that rainbow thing largely goes away. Yeah, it's a tired CRT. It's just tired. It's got a lot of hours on it. Alright. Where's the DTV tuner box? Get this party fired up.
Just in case, you know, for drivers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a heavy duty clip. I want to also stress that the base too, it's got that great kind of a rubberized silicone grip to it, which is so nice. You're not profile, but and it's so that the light show happening. I love it. So you can see it with you there and the other. See how much light it's really giving off. These are a great stocking stuffer. This is that you have for young anybody that I always think
this is like the absolute
they want to make sure
worst.
they've got these are great little lights, especially with the red emergency light.
Oh yeah,
I'm here.
Buzztastic.
Yeah, or you know, when if you get a flat top or something happens.
The volume on the converter box is turned way down. Well, we're doing real good here, even for an antenna on the roof. Jeez.
Chased him over 3 buildings. A couple of times he got airborne, I swear.
And I'd have made it across the river if you minded your own business.
You also could have gotten killed.
It really is like watching TV through...
Listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hello, I'm along with Rob. Tell the folks at home who should be calling right now.
Well, just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now, and we're going to let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob.
I actually think it was the VG91 screwing the.
Accidents today.
Look at
Work
the
accidents, slip and falls, truck accidents, and most commonly, car
the halo over
so if you were
here.
injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, that first step, pick up that phone and give us a call. We're going to answer your questions, and we'll let you know how much money you can get for your accident.
Thanks, Rob.
There, you can really
You
see
heard
it.
Go
Look at
ahead.
that.
Don't hesitate. Take that first step and call now.
Ringing, smearing.
This is verdict. As to count one, we the jury find the defendant, Lindley Rennick, guilty of murder in the second degree as submitted in instruction
This
number
picture's
10, and that's
freaking
by your
horrible.
foreperson. And at count two, we the jury find the defendant guilty.
The best results.
If you are considering a personal medical alert system for yourself or a loved one, you must hear this special free offer. We've all seen the dramatic TV ads showing people all alone and falling in their homes, but real life doesn't need to be so dramatic. If you or a loved one could benefit from a medical alert system, call the Medical Alert Center now and get state-of-the-art personal medical alert system free. That's right. Around $300, but if you call 800-961-1298 right now, you can get yours at no cost with free activation and even free shipping. Zero activation fees.
Just ignore the buzz.
And no contract.
That, like I said, that's because the.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
No, I'm here with my friends. This is, and you know.
Relato de gustoso de Marcos. Y entonces dice la palabra que...
Yeah, the smearing is weird.
You're giving them not only a ruby and diamond ring, which is the most famous gemstone combination on earth, but you're giving them a collectible because it is a limited holiday collection, and you're giving them a piece of jewelry that is easily understood.
I mean, I guess.
Containing a ruby and diamond ring, it is instant recognition. Instantly they know you have given them something.
Notice how the color shifts around? Look at that crap.
Not a complicated design, but just those airs of elegance that are enough to set this ring apart. I did a halo design. I drew out the tip of the halo above the glow.
This is where we need Al at, the tube guy. He would know exactly what's wrong with this just by looking at it.
Is it not pristine?
Or maybe this is just the way it came, but I'm going to get a tweaky tool and tweak the tweakolators.
They let them step foot with 2021 rubies and diamonds this time, ladies. Rubies and diamonds. And this is, you know, absolutely love the quality of the ruby.
You know, that was the thing. I love the ruby on this quality diamond. But yeah, that color, the size, you know, that is a very, very impressive multi-carat weight on this quality.
Oh, the damn thing is stripped out.
That color is the most amazing. And what I've been seeing unanimously on Facebook, customers saying, some people even say I didn't like ruby, and oh my gosh, I love that ruby. You know, the quality of that ruby, the color of that ruby is amazing.
It is amazing.
And
Look
you
at the
know,
close-up.
you've got that quality and color, but also that carat weight. You know,
Can't
that's a
turn that
massive
one.
10x8 oval surrounded by diamonds. And not one diamond, a complete circle, like a halo design, where you first saw a circle, some marquee kind
And then sort of pulled with the tip
it's
just a little
just
bit.
beautiful. And I love how it makes that ring even look bigger, you know, with that elongated look on that. And it's just amazing. And by the way, phone lines are getting taken. I told you, get on it. You know what you get on?
Get
You
on
on the
it.
website, get on the phone, get on your app.
That's it.
Get on it.
Get on it.
134 of these have already sold out in
Uh-huh.
It's
like 60
actually
seconds.
not
You've
too
got to place your order
bad
now.
if you
But
look
I
at
want to let you know that I not only
the
did a holiday
text.
collection ring this year, I did a holiday ensemble
Tell you what, this bracelet.
that includes
Oh,
a
my
pendant,
gosh.
an
Oh,
earring,
my gosh.
and a bracelet. And I'm going to bring them all into view right now. Here are the earrings. The earrings are amazing. And we are doing those earrings also in ruby and diamond for only $99.12. And then the necklace, this is all the
Oh, well, I'll
show
be
only. Everybody,
daggone.
this is
I
the
am
show
tickled
only.
pink.
The necklace, I did my favorite chain on this. I did the Singapore, that beautiful sparkling Singapore, and it's an 18-inch chain. Lobster.
What is this an advertisement for? Israel. Meh, I'd rather go to Iran.
Una probabilidad de tener problemas digestivos por mucho tiempo. Y
Yeah, digital. Anyway, that's a Portacolor. And I guess it's color, and I guess it's portable, but that's about all you can say for it. But the Whiskers are a big deal, and they're really bad. The Sylvania TVs, they're really bad. Sylvania made really good TVs, except the damn pots just get whiskers in them. I probably need to rescan this thing.
The hefty punishment she can now face. Plus, we're talking trash. Major shifts ahead for Californians when it comes to your garbage, when you'll have to start composting and what that means.
Holiday Lights is presented by Invesco QQQ.
When your home feels clean and happy,
The people inside are clean and happy too. Oh.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is
I'd rather watch black and white. I really would.
call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Mrs. Claus, the shopping boss, here to help you marry savings.
I'd rather watch a black and white.
Ever. Ross has savings on everything you need to get the party started. Because who waits for shipping anymore? Or guests? I love saying yes to more
Everybody
Marry
waits
less
for
at
shipping
Ross.
now. Is this going to get into the copyright? Content ID?
Visit your Volvo retailer for special offers during our Holiday Safely sales event.
Would you be the one to help a sick child? Would you be the one to give him an active, healthy life?
If they wear a mask.
Would you be the one to help her fight brain cancer? This is Jimmy Kimmel. Children's Hospital Los Angeles provides world-class care and life-changing research for thousands of children, but they can't do it without your help. Be the one who saves a life.
Call 800-668-CHLA or visit givechla.org.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer, and then AAA insurance definitely.
It's got nice greens,
Switch to AAA
and I think a lot of my complaint with it is just due to a weak CRT.
Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free auto insurance quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450.
Oh, good
so with
for
our
you.
savings, he bought more equipment
More money means more practice equipment.
in his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did
Yeah,
it
the
take so
regret.
long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our
Yeah,
kids.
how much of your life
Find
does
out
that
how much you could
occupy
save by
knowing
switching
that?
to AAA insurance. Call 888-887-4911 for your free auto insurance quote today. AAA Insurance, helping you save more.
When your home feels clean and happy,
The people inside are clean and happy too. Oh.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Mrs. Claus, the shopping boss, here to help you merry savers find the best bargains ever. When you have the world's longest list, you go to Ross, so you can work that budget and get those savings.
Work that budget.
I love saying yes to more merry for less at Ross.
He's set out to help those like himself who have dyslexia. Governor Newsom on his own personal struggle and his response to rising
God,
crime.
he's
Fox 11's
got to
CSU
find
is
an
tonight at
excuse
10:30.
for his...
And now, this is the Fox 11 News at 6.
New at 6, trash or compost? You'll soon have to know or potentially face fines. A major shift coming in how California handles trash. Peloton featured in the Sex and the City reboot, and just like that, their stock drops. What has the company in damage control mode? And a violent serial rapist charged with 14 felony counts following a string of shocking crimes targeting women in the IE, some of whom barely survived.
Gotta love that
Good
DC
evening.
restoration.
Welcome to
Check
Fox
that
11 News
out.
at 6. I'm Christine Devine.
And I'm Marla Tejas.
Turn the
here for
collar up.
Michelson. That suspect behind bars tonight, but investigators say more victims might be out there. Christina Gonzalez, she's in Riverside with our top story.
This is a heinous crime and bad acts.
Heinous, a good way to describe what Jose Manuel Martinez Garcia is accused of doing. The Riverside County District Attorney announcing his office has filed 14 counts from rape to attempted murder against a 36-year-old maintenance worker who was arrested in the Coachella Valley.
3 of the victims.
He's just having a good
were
time at
strangled
your expense. What's the
to
problem?
unconsciousness. 2 of the victims were struck by the suspect's vehicle, the defendant's vehicle. 1 of the victims sustained a broken leg and was left in a ditch in thermal for 2.5 days.
Garcia used one of 2 vehicles, a white Dodge Ram and a Chevrolet Silverado, to approach and sometimes run over victims like the one he left in the ditch until she was found.
It happened to be a maintenance worker that found her in the ditch. She was survived by, there was a little bit of water that was running in the ditch, and she was able to drink water but could not move.
And he recently just
That
got
sounds
He just
really
got caught. In this
pleasurable.
Riverside neighborhood off Indiana, where Garcia might have lived at one point, residents say they're glad he is behind bars. Investigators do believe there are
Probably
more
for
victims.
less than a few hours, though. He'll be out before by the time of the news broadcast. Anyway, enough of all that crap.
That's all we know.
I was able to find at least one traffic-related conviction back in Orange County about 10 years ago in the Westminster area.
So that's what you
Now,
get
he
with a
is being
GE
held,
Portacolor.
no bail, so no chance that he'll get out anytime soon.
I mean,
I'm
like I
Christina
said, I
Gonzalez,
guess it's a
Riverside,
TV and it produces a color picture.
New at 6, Glendale police have arrested half a dozen suspects for a series of follow-home robberies. The 6 suspects include a juvenile. Since January of this year, there have been 9 follow-home robberies in Glendale.
Gee, we need to turn the color off on this because
there are still several suspects
can never
they have
acknowledge
yet to
that there might...
arrest. They also recommend that everyone be more aware of your surroundings and also check to see if another vehicle is following you.